Well, good morning. Hey, welcome to another day of Dave's Adventures. Didn't video anything yesterday. Jill was working on downloading some of the other videos and stuff and putting them on a flash drive, and so we figure I'll bring you up to date and see what I did yesterday. So sitting here working on Josh's truck, no oil pressure, and I was just going through the procedure of what a Google search comes out saying, and the first thing was let's see if I can find it. Sending unit, which this is the new one here. I went ahead and screwed the other one back in there right now because I could tell it wasn't very old. And that's the new screen that goes in there. Let's see. Get the old screen here somewhere. Thought I put it right up there. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. I used something different than what it said on the Google search. I took a piece of wire like that and then put a little kink on it down there, and then just pushed it right down in there. Then it grabbed it. A lot of people, they use a little pick or something, and I couldn't get that in there to work very good. So I figured, well, that should work easier. So just push it down there and it grabbed it. But as you can see on that thing, how the bottom is all plugged up. So Josh did a search, a VIN search on that, came back with all the service records and everything, and said in there that they had just installed the new pressure switch. But evidently they didn't change this. And I see how that's designed. I see the bottom of it's plugged up. Then it's got an O-ring. And then the top part's clean. So I'm not seeing how that's supposed to work. What's the sense of the O-ring? What's the sense of not being able to utilize the top part of that? So it's pretty well plugged up. Look like it's designed that once that bottom plugs up, then it'd do another passage and come through the top. But don't look like that. So anyway, like on the video you've seen before, I ran the oil was really black. Hadn't been changed. Josh did on the search there that it said it just been changed 6,000 miles ago. So that's a lot of miles, but it should have never been that black. So evidently something's not right. Either they didn't change it or something, I don't know. But check out the bottom of this oil pan. I have never seen so much sludge build up. On anything that I've ever taken apart. I mean, I know there's some oils I've heard that has a lot of sludge, creates a lot of sludge, and I don't know what it was, but good sign is none of it sticks to the magnet. So it's just, that sticks real good. So that is telling me that there's no metal in it. Took the filter apart. If you want to see inside of a filter, what a filter looks like, that's about what it consists of. And that little bitty filter, and I never could understand that either. A filter is such an important part of an engine. And they design a filter like this. That's all the filter you have. So I took it all apart. I wanted to see if there's any metal. And see, that's the outside, so that's the way the oil goes in, comes out this side. And as you can see, there is no metal, none. I see a couple little specks, but as old as that oil was, and as long as this filter's been in there, that's pretty good. I went ahead and pulled the rod bearing off, and it's looking good, and was no wear. I did see on the cam itself a little wear on the cam. So Josh don't drive that much, so talked to him last night. He should be pulling up any minute. He lives a couple hours from here with his daughter. And so talked to him last night. I says, more than what you drive, I say you probably get a lot of miles out of this. So it's going to be really interesting that for the price we paid for it at the auction, it's got a Jasper rebuilt transmission already put in it, and you can tell that the rear end has been changed out. There's some numbers on it that look like come from a salvage yard or whatever, lower mile vehicle or something where they got it. But anyway, so that's been changed. And these things, it's a 2012 model, and the value, he said he's seen one the other day, and the guy's wanting $17,000 for it. So, like I say, the front seats need to be changed out, but you can get the Cushings and the new fabric on Amazon for $80 a piece. So, and then it should clean up really good, and no more miles than what he'll have in it on it per year. It should last him a while, you know, even if run it till that engine goes and put another rebuilt engine in it or whatever, and still, you know, you got a good truck here. So it was a little ordeal pulling that out, that oil pan. I thought it was wasn't going to be as detailed as it was, but you got to pull that front differential out, which is no big deal at all. Probably 15 minutes and I had that thing out. And another reason, that's what I'm thinking here, another cause of low oil pressure is that O-ring. They get hard and it doesn't seal, it kind of shrinks up, and then it doesn't seal. This is the pickup tube. And it's pretty clean there. It sits down in the oil like that and goes up to the pump like that. So only got one bolt to hold it in. I think that's a bad design. So anyway, that O-ring there, and it's hard as a rock. So they shrink up on there and they get real hard, then they'll suck a little air. So our game plan is we're just going to go ahead and clean this all up. Josh has stopped and got some donor oil, basically some new oil from Walmart, cheap stuff. So our game plan is to put this oil pan, clean it up, put it all back together, put it back in there, And I just hand screwed, since there's particles, I just hand screwed that sending unit in there, the old one. So and we're gonna put the oil in it, start it up. We don't need to put any of this stuff in there, on there right now, and we're gonna see if we got oil pressure. So if we got oil pressure, then we'll bolt her back together. The front CV joints need to be swapped out. The rubbers are shot, and when the rubbers get shot on there, that lets water and stuff in there, and they'll eventually go bad then. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. So waiting on him to show up, and we'll go ahead and I'll take you along. I'll keep you updated on how we get along or whatever. I could set the tripod up, but I guess I get it back up in the air, and we could set it up and have you watch us. All right. Talk to you later. See ya.